Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment or a subscription. Any will help the channel grow and help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we turned on our iron facility, or our iron facility. It's where we're going to be making our heavy modular frames. We turned it on and we started letting things run. Now, we are actually having a small logistical problem with that, and it's fine, but it is a case of we're not actually producing enough iron ingots. Now, the reason for that is because we don't have a belt fast enough to supply everything we need, which is just it's just a fact of where we are. Now, what I'm tempted to do is we've got 2 more iron nodes over there, and from the maths we were doing, I hadn't actually counted those at all. So I'm tempted to go and have a quick look, just see what the purity they are, to see whether we can use some of those to... Okay, they're pure as well. Crikey, that's a heck of a lot of iron we're going to be able to make use of, if we need to. Okay, right. That now needs to go up. Oh, we need to improve our... Oh no, I don't want the floor stop. I need the actual... There we go, lift. So we can go through there. So I need to take that one out. And that now needs to go... there. And now we're going to need a floor on this one. That's fine. Okay, so that means we can now get up and down quite easily because we can call the lift up here. There we go. Good job. Okay, so we'll have to put some more floors in as we go. So what I want to do in this episode is we're going to continue on getting towards our heavy modular frames. And what we're going to be working on now is our 12 assemblers that are going to be facing this way. Because these guys are going to be building the normal modular frames. And I'm going to merge those into the middle because they're only going to be making, what, 24 a minute by the looks. So I need to get rows of 6 here. Oh, that lift is in the way now. Okay. That's absolutely going to be a problem. Means we're going to have to take the whole lift out. Which is a shame. We're going to have to move it over 1. Actually, could we move it over 2? And then if we put that there, we replace that there. Alright, we transport, we want lift coming up to here. Okay, cool, that's fine. So we've got 1, 2, and I need 6 on each side. 3, 4, haven't quite gone out far enough. 5, because I want to give myself the room that I did last time. Okay, so we're 8 wide at the moment. Let's give us a bit more room as well. Cool, okay. There we go, there's number 6 on that side. And then we can come back here. We can just mirror that because we've got all of the lines. Should be, what, 1 more there? Oh no, 1 more after that. Okay. Right, and then we're going to want mergers in the middle of these. I'm going to burn through a heck of a lot of normal iron plates because we really don't need many belts on this more than a tier 1. Okay, so you're going in there. Go, all of those, cool. And then here we're gonna go, yeah, splitters. Like so, and then we go mergers. Like so. Oh, okay. I just want to make sure that they are lined up because I didn't get the lines. Cool, they are. Okay, that's fine. Now, how many are you actually making? You're making 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, that can all be Mark 1s as well then. Oh, okay. That's all that going in there. Cool. We should start seeing some of those coming through. Yep, there we go. Good. They're all coming through. And then we're going to need to do the same on this side. So we're going to want mergers on this side. You can already see we're running low on iron plates. Be a trip back to the main base so we can sort that out. Right, and you're going to have splitters going along like so. Cool, okay. And again, we're going to burn through all of our... Yeah, there we go. There's the iron plates run out. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back and grab a ton of iron plates because we're going to need them and we're not producing quite enough here. So, I'm going to do that and I will catch up with you guys in a couple of moments. Okay, and we're back, and I've grabbed a ton of iron plates, so we can finish getting this going. Right, okay, and then I have also been thinking about what we're going to do where we're not producing enough iron ingots at the moment. And I'm thinking, because I've not made a plan for those other two nodes, purely because they didn't... I missed them when I was doing the scouting for this area. I think I am, for right now, just going to use this one to stuff the line. And then we'll resort stuff later. So, let's just see if we can get this up as much as we can. There we go. Curve that in. There we go. So that's now going to properly stuff all of the smelters we've got. And like I say, we can redo that later. We can put it back in and everything how it should be, because when we get a Mark 6 belt, all we need to do is replace this lift. Is basically what we need to do to get that fixed. But for right now, this will get us going. So, I'm going to do that. I have also put the lifts in, almost. No. So, I need... Where's the lift for this one? Elevator floor. There we go. Right, let's grab the lift. Bring it all the way down. There we go. And then we'll go up to the top floor. Which I'm a bit annoyed with. Somehow it's got slightly offset, so there's like a tiny little step up and down. But, you know, we'll deal with that as we need to. So, oh, you also need a... How did I miss that merger? Okay, that's fine. Hang on. You're supposed to be going... Yeah. That way, like that. Cool. Okay. And then we're also going to need to bring power over for these guys. Ah, but you're going downstairs, so you're going to be upgraded to a power line Mark II. To give me the chance to just do that, and then we only need a Mark I again. There we go. We're just going to tuck it in on that corner. Pop this all in like so. Oh, blimey. It was this corner, wasn't it? Yep. Okay. And then 2 more, and then we've got to get the iron rods up to this level as well, which is going to be fun. Right, okay. Cool. In theory, we should let these guys know what they're making. Yeah, you're not making these, you're making modular frames, my friend. Okay, so that should let them start bringing some of the reinforced plates in, I think. Okay, whoop. Launching myself over like that. No power. How did you guys have no power? Okay. Genuine question. Oh, did I not? Oh, okay. Didn't hook those up like that. Okay, now you should be pulling in reinforced iron plates. Good. So they are. So now we need to get the rods up here. Now, I'm thinking with the rods, we're probably going to be better off bringing them up and trying to split them on our logistics floor. Otherwise, that's just going to look messy. So, for that, we're going to be making use of these floor holes. It does mean that we're going to have to do quite a few of these. So I'm going to do this as a time lapse for you because I'm going to need to do all the lifts on the up, on the above and the below for you. So I will catch up with you guys in a couple of minutes. Okay, so that's all of that bit belted in. Now we need to get the rods from down here. We need to get them fed up as well, and then we can run them along here. So, let's put the floor in for this, because we haven't done that as yet. Okay, and I think what we're going to try and do is I'm going to try and do a similar thing to what we've done with the... Whoa, that is right on the edge. Yeah, we're going to do a similar thing to what we've done. Did not mean to fall down there. The other bits where we're going to try and run it up like that, because I think that looks quite effective. Okay. So that means we're then going to want this lined up to, where do you spit out? There. So I think literally there. And then let's just check. Good, okay. So yeah, I'll get on with this and run these upstairs. Okay, so there, that looks like that is all now plumbed in. Good. I have just realised that we probably should upgrade this main spine for the rods. There we go. Okay, so now, if we have a look up here, we should start seeing some modular frames getting made. So let's just check this first one. Good, it's being fed its rods. It's got its iron plates coming through. Yep. There we go, it's working on its modular frames. Excellent. So, those are our modular frames being made. They are going to go into our manufacturer when we get that done. But we've got other bits we need to get done first. Primarily, we are going to need to get some steel. So this is where we're now going to need to come all the way over here and figure out how we're going to get the coal. How are we going to get the coal from down there up there? Now the fastest and easiest way I'm thinking of is going to be by truck, by doing it as like an off-road one, but I don't really want to do that. I'm thinking what we're probably going to wind up having to do. Oh good, there is more concrete there. I was worried we didn't quite have enough. Is basically running a belt up here. Now, these coal nodes, what purity are they? Impure. That's not great. We got combat. Right, that's those two down. I can hear another one. I can't see it. Okay. We've got a spitter over here. Come on. Whoa. There we go. That's you down. We've got a nice Mercer sphere in the middle here. Good.
Time for a new melody?
Yes, actually. This might be a strange question, but it could give me invaluable insight. What, according to you, is the shape of our universe?
It is a donut within a void within a donut within a void within a donut within the shallows, which is a ball of string wrapped around itself to contain infinite deep within the inside-out string with windows and doors and a limitless body subdividing to the one resonance.
I should have waited with this question.
Like, wait, what? That was so weird as to what it views the universe as. Right, okay. So this one is a normal node. So this is going to give us 120 coal a minute. Right, how much coal do we need? We need 522. So if we overclock that. That's going to give us 300. Okay. So those two over there will give us 600 when we overclock them in the same way as well. Which is fine. We can work with that. So, we are going to want to probably run a belt like this. I'm going to want to cut down these mushrooms. Can I cut down these mushrooms? Yes. I just can't do it from on top. Okay. Right, come on you. Where's your... Hang on, I was able to cut down his friend. Why can't I cut down this one? That's upsetting. Yeah, okay, fine. We're just going to have to deal with that. Luckily, this isn't somewhere we're going to be... Uh-oh, I've put myself inside a foundation by falling into it as it was forming. Love it. Okay. Right, and then you're going to need to come out this way. Okay. And then you're going to need a miner on you. Excellent. Alright, max that. You'll be making 150. Good job. Then we can do the same on this one. I didn't mean to go quite that far out. Probably don't need those last two. Right, where are you going to try and put it down? You're going to put it there. Okay. That's fine. We'll do that. Give you that. Okay. Then we're going to need to start climbing the hill. 4-meter ramps do it? Yep. That looks promising. Okay. So... that means if we... you're going to need a Mark 3 belt. Okay, so straight is misbehaving a bit. Yeah, bring you there. Bring you here. And then we've got... you're going to need a merger. Good. There's that. Excellent. Okay, cool. So those are going in there. And then... this is going to run all the way down here. To this one. And then we'll put it back to being straight. And plumb it in there. Cool. Okay. And we'll grab our power lines. Run these as far as we can. Or can we get that? There. You'll definitely power that. Good. You'll reach that one. Then I'm going to pop that there. Okay, because the reason I'm doing it on this corner is it will look weird if I try and then start having it climb. Pop that there. You're going to need to go to the edge and then start climbing up here. Okay, how far... yeah, so you're still saying amber there. Okay, you will do that. That's fine. And then... how How much further? That should do there. So then we can grab this. And run you to the top here. Okay, so then we're going to need to make a foundry area, and I think I want to work that out before we do too much with this. Now, I've got no problem running this across the ground. Because this is going to be like feeding into the factory. It doesn't need to be enclosed to my mind. I am going to start that powering up so it can start grabbing some coal. We're going to want this quartz out the way. I'm thinking, because we've got to try and take this guy out to gain access to these nodes, thinking we actually probably try and make our foundry area like here, right next to these nodes. So if we drag this out, like so, and we just plonk a load of stuff there. Let's get this off, because we need to expose these nodes. Now, is that going to be too tall if I leave that at 4 meters up? That's going to be the question. Right, production miner. Missing miner Mark II. Okay, that's fine. That means we're going to need to make 4 of these, which isn't an issue. 2, 3, and 4. Come on then. Good. Right. Now are you going to play ball? No. Must be placed on the resource node. Okay. So that means that's too high. What if we go with Mark II? And we just basically make a little depressed pit for those to be having their, basically for those to have their miners put on. How's that going to work? Okay. It's fine. Bring this wall back a bit. Give that its 2 node like that. There we go. Okay. Cool. Right, okay. And then we can use like a little lift or something to get it up there. Get this one down. Now I don't know we're going to need this one right now. Because if we're only going to use this for our steel production, missing modular frames, well, isn't that a funny thing for us to be short on? Oh, I wonder why that was facing the wrong way. Right, we can grab our lift and we can go all the way up, grab some of those modular frames, seeing as we are making them. There we go. Up we go. I do love the lift music. It just tickles me the way they've gone that far to put lift music in. Right. There we go. There's 12 modular frames. You guys are starting to back them all up, which is great. Cool. And then we can come down here. Grab that.
Interesting layout
Pop that in there.
choices.
Okay. Now you, if we overclock you, you're going to give us the 600 that matches our coal that's coming in from there. So we aren't going to need both of these, which is good. Now then. The power network's becoming a bit of a weirdness on in this one at the moment. So let's come over here. Grab a power line. That's as far as I can get that to go at the moment then. Though ultimately I think what we could do is if we bring this over and then shoot that off like that. Pop that there and then we'll run this down like here. Because at some point we will fill this ceiling in. I might do that in some of my off time. And there we go. That is the iron ore we're going to need. Okay. So then now, yeah, we're just going to need to get the foundry set up. And this is where we don't have enough right now. In that, well, I say enough. I need to make these modular frames because you can see we're going to need 12 foundries for this. And then we need 5 more assemblers. But this is where I'm just going to have to try and grab some modular frames. But like I say, I might stick a container just on the end there for our bit up here. So that we can get some stored up because we do need some right now. So yeah, just one of those. Nice and quickly. Let that fill up a bit. And I'm going to wrap this episode up here. Because I'm going to let that run for a little bit. Give us a bit of working resources. So I'm going to say, as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions. They will help the channel grow. They help get it out in front of other people. So thank you very much to those of you that do that. Thank you very much to my YouTube channel members. Your support is very much appreciated. And please don't forget that as a supporter, you do get access to the save files for any of the open world games I'm currently playing, along with any of the relevant blueprints for them. So you get to make use of the nonsense that I do. You also gain early access to the videos, so you get to see what's going on before everybody else. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.